There we go.
Awesome.
So, hello guys.
Hello.
My name is Sara, and the media we are doing the interview for is named Heavy Metal.
Heavy Metal.
Which
Good
means
name.
it's a play of words about heavy metal, but it's metal. Metal means resilient with courage. Okay. So my media is about rock and metal, but also about personal growth, introspection, and stuff. So the questions are also gonna go down that path.
Okay, cool.
Sounds fun.
Don't be afraid.
Yeah, it sounds fun.
So thank you so much, Eric, and thank you so much, Magnus, for being with me. And the thing is, the first thing I want to ask you is about those names I just pronounced. They are both, would you say they are kind of prophetic? Like Eric, I've read that means always ruler.
Yeah, it's the old king's name.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a lot of Swedish kings were named Eric.
Eric. And Magnus is also the Great, the Magnificent. So they are both really strong names, very...
That's an even older Swedish king's name as well.
It's a Latin, from Latin. Magnum, which means big.
But it's been used a lot in the Scandinavian area, right?
Yes, it was a typical 70s name. No one names their kids Magnus anymore.
Oh, no? Okay. So, but they are both very, like, I'm gonna be, like, profitable with my future and whatever I do. And that's it. Do you wear, like, it's been 25 years, it's like a quarter of a century doing what you love and connecting with people that love what you do. So what can you tell me about that?
We can't believe it's 25 years already, but probably it is.
The grey hairs tell us it's 25 years.
Yeah. And I guess our names are not living up to our expectations, though. I don't feel very big.
Oh, my. But you are, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. You know, it's playing. You know, these 3 shows we had in Spain so far, Madrid, Pamplona, and Murcia, has been great. You know, it's unbelievable. People come to the shows, sing along with the songs, and it's fantastic. It's you know, we're very far away from home, and
You are?
Yeah, it's a privilege for sure that someone actually cares, because so many bands, there's so many people doing music, having bands, and no one gives a shit. You know, we are privileged enough that someone cares when we release music. Someone cares. You know, we're not Taylor Swift in any way. So, you know, that's another.
Thankfully.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, and so it's we are lucky bastards.
When it started in 1999, how did you two meet, and what were you thinking when you created Eclipse, and why was it named Eclipse?
Well, we met in
Funny
music
story.
school. Yeah. So I was the music school was in Stockholm, and I was living. You were living in Stockholm at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was on the countryside. So, and I came there, and there was all these posh jazz musicians, but there was one guy sitting by the stereo playing Deep Purple. That was Magnus. I was like, yeah, you like Deep Purple? Yeah. You know.
Turned out we had the same taste in music, so we bonded immediately.
Oh wow! So it was like from that moment on, and it was around that era, like 1999.
Yeah.
1999.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't start like writing songs together at 19. Yeah, well, maybe we did.
But you had a demo in 1999 that got you a record deal.
Yeah.
That's why he started the band, because he asked me, hey Magnus, I got a record deal, so can you help me write songs and play guitar solos? And I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, of course. So that's kind of how we started the band.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now we're here.
Now we're here.
Quarter century later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
quarter century. It's like 25 years. It's just not like that,
No.
but it feels like that
It feels like
sometimes.
that.
Yeah,
Feels
I
like
know.
that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I know. And why was it named Eclipse?
I wish we had a funny story for that, but we don't. Actually, our first record label, they had a bunch of names. We didn't have any name for this band.
No,
And they had a bunch of names they suggested to us.
And we had also there, but one of the suggestions they had was Eclipse, and that was the best one we could like. Oh, that's pretty good actually.
Yeah, well, we didn't think it was very good. It was like, okay, it was the least bad name.
Yeah. So Eclipse at least.
They had other names like Arabia and Contagious, just horrible names. And then they said Eclipse. Okay, let's go for Eclipse then.
Because the original demo was it's just my name.
Yeah,
Oh.
And I didn't
Eric
want
Mortensen,
that. I
yeah.
wanted to. I wanted
Like
to
Bon
be that.
Jovi.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about in the name you have the E's in a different like just 3 lines?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I made a logo I was playing around in Photoshop when I was a kid, and
Nice.
I did a logo, and I was like, yeah, this looks pretty cool.
But it also read an Eclipse then?
Yeah, it was the Eclipse. Yeah, so that's when
Oh.
I did it. Yeah, so I did it when we got the first
Okay.
record deal with
I
the name.
didn't
I
get
started,
that
I
part.
started to trying out different logos. We tried to like
It's
figure out.
based on a font.
Yeah, it's based on a
like a
font,
classic
yeah.
font. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay.
Yeah. It works well.
Okay, so if you take another question, if you take your last album, like Megalomanium 2,
Yep.
and your first one, and you place them drinking beer together,
Yeah.
face to face, what will they talk about? What do you think they will tell
I
to
think
each other?
the new album wouldn't even talk to the first one because they're like, oh, you're so below my grade. So shut up, shut up.
Yeah, the first one is gonna be really. He's gonna be like sitting
like
there in all.
Hey, can I hang out with you? No, piss off.
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
And-
there's a lot of good ideas in the first one, but we couldn't make it a good record because we had no producer, we had no nothing. We just went for it.
Well,
It was a start and it was a launch of the band. So we all got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
of course. And you have to be proud always about whatever you create. When you're creating, I read somewhere or see in an interview of yours that you were talking about the 2 parts of Megalomanium
Yeah.
and how it was created at the same time.
Yep.
But when you're creating an album, it's just in different periods, and that's why they are different.
Yep.
Besides the fact that you want to create different stuff to grow and give variety. So what would you remember for each process in each album? Like for instance, the 2012 album. Was maybe influenced by Game of Thrones, for instance? I don't know. It's just an example.
No, I don't think so. But it's in 2012. That's Bleed and Scream, right?
Well, yeah, that's been Scream.
Yeah. Well, I think the period was probably hard work trying to find our own sound. I think we really struggled to find. We didn't want to sound like other bands. We wanted to sound like Eclipse, and I think it took a long time to do that record. We were really trying to write the right songs, learning the craft, because with the first 2 records the first 2 is shit. The third one it's pretty cool, but it sounds like very classic rock, and we were like, for the fourth one we really wanted to discover our own way of doing
I think
things.
we got more confidence to write our own stuff on that album.
Yeah.
We gained confidence to.
So would you say that you were really born as Eclipse in the 4th album?
I'd say so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe we slightly touched on it on the 3rd album,
Yeah.
but on the 4th album we solidified our sound.
Yeah, we had a few songs that sounded really Eclipse on the 3rd one, but on the 4th one we really wanted to, like, every song should sound like Eclipse.
Yeah.
Okay. What about Wired? That it was post-pandemic. Was the pandemic situation an influence on what you wrote? Like
Yeah, I
in
think
Wired?
we had an idea of it was so depressing, the whole pandemic thing and all, and everyone was feeling down and depressed. So we had a vision to make it like a party album, like a happy party album. We didn't want it to be a somber, depressive album.
It should be the party when the pandemic is gone.
Yeah.
That kind of vibe to it.
Because everyone was so depressed
Very
already.
up tempo and fun. And,
Yeah.
Does it have anything to do with the name of it? Like we are all wired, or it's not about
Wired
that?
is more like you are connected, high energy wired.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So to give the
wired up.
punch.
Wired
Okay.
up. Wired up. Yeah.
Okay. So last album is your 11th studio album.
Is it?
Like if you're counting the 2014.
That explains the gray hairs. Then.
And it has 11 songs as well. So will you say that you feel a spiritual, since it's a very spiritual number about greatness and like, or it's just a coincidence? What would you
It's
say
a-
about that 11-11?
11.
I haven't thought about that, but good point. Yeah, 11. Maybe it means something. I don't know.
I'm not. I'm not much into that, so I'll
You're
say
not.
it's complete coincidence.
Okay.
It's just, we always try to write a record that doesn't suck. We always try hard to write the best possible record. So every record we ever done, even the first one, even if it's really bad, it was the best album we could do at that point of time. In that point of time, that's the best we could ever do.
Yeah.
And we always try to do our best record ever.
People is like the public is feeling your constant growth, like the difference and the richness of what you're creating, and it's been really named during this megalomanium, right? It's like people is telling you, oh yes, this is very new, and right?
Yeah.
What is the impressions that you're feeling?
Yeah, well, it's me talking again, but it's
No,
like
sure.
a double record. It gives you, when you make one record, you have 11 songs, and you got to stay somewhere in the middle of what Eclipse is. But when we did this double record thing, it's like you can go a little left, you can go a little right. You don't have to stay, because if you stay in the middle, it would be very boring for 22 songs.
Yeah.
So we have to branch out and try new stuff.
Nice.
And I think that every time you do something that's not sounds like the typical sound of the band, it's very gratifying, because it always opens a new door to being creative in a new way. Which means like this, as we added new elements to these records, means that for the next record we're going to make, we have new colors to paint with, so to speak. Which is always a fun thing. And I think
a double album it was a good excuse to explore different territories with the band. As he said, we can't just do 22 the Storms on this album.
no.
So it's a good excuse to branch out a bit.
Okay. So in this album, you have it will be the second song about your father. What did you feel? What would you say about the before, the during, and the after of the process of creating that song?
This song, well, it's I don't know. It feels good to do a song for my father. It was a great dad, and it's always good to tell people who you love that you love them. And it's a little late now, but it's at least
I don't think.
everyone else is hearing it, and it should. People should say more how much they like each other than they actually do.
And the appreciation is there, so it's just forever.
Yeah,
important.
And it's great.
Yeah, I didn't love that song until you wrote the lyrics for it.
Yeah.
Then it just hit me like this. That, wow, this is so honest and beautiful. So I think when the lyrics came on, it was turned into a fantastic song.
Do you mean that normally you create before you create the music, the base of the music, and then the lyric?
Yeah.
How is the process?
Always
The music
Always
first.
music
Yes.
first, yeah.
Okay, and then the lyric to fit it with the. Okay.
Yeah, to get the vibe. It's like you need a song to tell you what it should be about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Instead of I think the other way around makes it. I don't like the other way around.
Doesn't make sense. Yeah.
That
Okay.
always feels like it's. I don't know.
The music is what everyone is going to hear. So that's what goes to your heart first.
Yeah.
And then if you have good lyrics on top of that, it can't fail.
Yeah.
But we never ever wrote lyrics
Yeah, because
before.
always been for me is music is notes and melodies and harmony.
And you don't need language for music. It's universal.
Yeah.
So that's the most important
very
thing.
True. And that's the energy that you feel in the festivals and
Yeah.
wherever you
Yeah.
go, really.
Yeah.
The lyric is important
Oh,
when
yeah.
people know it, but the energy of the music is what you say.
Yes.
Like we're playing in Spain. A lot of people here don't even speak proper English. They have a
That's
really
true.
hard time understanding English to communicate with. But they are here at the concerts singing along anyway because the music
because of the music.
speaks to them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's
So you let the music first speak to you and know what you have to talk
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you were talking about Spain. Why do you come so much? It's lovely. We love that you come so much. But what is it with Eclipse in Spain? Let us know.
I think Spain always seemed to have a thing for melodic rock in particular. I know other bands who didn't go well in Spain, but ever since we came here, since day one, we were like embraced, and we sold out. The first show in Madrid, 2013, we sold out. was unbelievable. So we've been coming
Good
back
start.
ever since.
Yeah, we had a good start.
Yeah, we had a really good start.
Yeah, I love it here. I love.
You're coming every single year, which is amazing,
Yeah.
and sometimes
I'm
2
gonna go here.
times.
I'm gonna go. We were on vacation this summer with my family and
Oh.
kids, and we're gonna go here next summer again. Already booked.
May I ask where?
Yeah, we're gonna go. We're gonna rent a house in South.
South.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And you try to change the spots, like to know every
Yeah,
single
we're
place?
south of Barcelona this summer, and like
Okay.
yeah. So well,
So now I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions that are very heavy metal, like very into my media. Okay. And the first one is like, if you could talk to your child self, what would you tell him?
child, how young? How young is a child?
I'll say when you started caring about music so much.
Follow your heart. Do what you love, and be happy with that.
Okay, and what would you tell? I'll ask you the same right now.
Sure.
What would you tell to your 1999 one, the one that was starting this?
Stop playing all those corporate gigs, cover bands. Stop doing that bullshit. Focus on your own music and just
Nice.
do it properly.
Okay,
Believe in yourself.
nice.
Do the thing you love.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Magnus?
Yeah,
Your child self?
it's about the same. I mean, just keep doing what you're doing and don't stop. And that's what we did. But we should have started maybe earlier to maybe invest in this band, because we did so much bullshit, did corporate gigs and cover bands, and wasted many years doing that.
Like 15 years.
Yeah.
So
Well, it was a
yes.
paycheck, but
We had no other jobs. We had to.
No.
We made a living as musicians, and the only thing you do is you gig. You do gigs every weekend.
yeah.
What if I tell you you never waste your time? Things come when they have to.
Yeah, of course.
Maybe that's true. They happen when they are supposed to happen.
Okay.
So,
I think when I got kids, it really changed, because before I had kids, I had all the time in the world. I was young. It was all the time in the world. I could sleep away a whole day and do nothing and just do whatever. And when the kids came, it's like, okay, there's not unlimited time, because I have to fix this now, because I'm gonna be home with the kids next day. So I have to fix everything today. So time was very precious, and I started being very productive.
Okay.
That's a big game changer for me. Yeah.
Nice. The perspective.
Yeah.
And what about you? What would you tell to your 1991 self? 1999, sorry, self.
I would tell, good on you. You are practicing guitar, and I did. So that's good. Thumbs up for that. And but you should get into the band business earlier and write more songs.
And just to leave you with this, what would you say that you have learned about yourself in an introspective way, thanks to music, that you wouldn't have learned any other way?
I do not know. I think doing music and doing what we do, I think there's a freedom to it compared to a regular day job, when you have to do the same thing over and over again. Like it's like having your own business, but it's a gift, and it's also it's very hard from time to time as well, because if you're not doing anything, nothing will happen.
Yeah.
No, you cannot take anything for granted. So every day is like
Hard work.
yeah.
And keep on
Well,
being
today's
focused.
not hard work. Today we're gonna play in Madrid. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, but
today's a
the
good day.
process is hard work. I mean, I was talking to him from Remedy, that it's really demanding to be in one city, next day in a new city, and especially for the voice, I must say, because it can crack and
sure.
your instrument is gone. So it's like,
There's no strings to change.
yeah.
No.
And what did you learn about yourself thanks to music?
Oh, I mean, just about everything. I mean, we've grown up our entire adult life. We grew up with this band.
Yeah.
So we learn everything from on the business side to psychology and people, how to interact and how to try to be nice to people, and just about everything.
Yeah, keeping a band alive for 25 years.
Yeah.
There's not many bands that survive 25 years. Most bands
No.
never do. The most bands survive the first year.
It's like being in a marriage. with a partner, it's just as close, not even closer sometimes.
Yeah. Spend so much time
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
Yeah, and you really have
yeah.
to.
Yeah, you have to give each other the space and respect. And sometimes you step on each other's toes, and yeah. So there's a lot to be learned from that, being in a band.
So just to say bye, where's your view focused on right now?
Focus song.
No, focus on like.
Focus on,
I mean,
okay,
it's
okay.
in this today's
Yeah,
concert,
yeah.
of course,
Yeah.
because you're playing today. But farther from that.
I think it's gonna be this last show of the year. It's gonna be good to have a time off, and it's Christmas. I think my focus is gonna be Christmas.
Okay.
Getting home
And enjoy.
and eat and drink,
oh.
be drunk and fat. I think that's my focus.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm working all that on whole life, so I'm doing good.
Okay. What about you, Magnus?
Yeah, about the same. We're wrapping up for this year, this last gig, and then the Christmas celebrations. And then we got some fun stuff coming up next year, but we're not even thinking about that now.
Yeah. The year when it ends, it's like a complete reset.
Yeah.
Even if we play some good shows in Sweden in the 10th and 11th of January.
Yes.
But that is next year. So
Yeah.
it's like somewhere else.
We're not
It's like,
thinking about
even
that.
if
It can
it's like,
wait.
even
Your
if it's
mind
just-
is somewhere else.
It's a month. It's less than a month away, but still
Yeah.
it feels like it's 2 years away.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
About 1
each
year
day for you is so different, so you really understand the meaning of one day is one day and the other is just
Yeah.
far from here.
Yeah.
Right?
So now it's focus. It's Christmas, having a good time. Eating and drinking and.
Yeah. I hope you do, and thank you
will.
so much for this share. It's
Thank
been,
you.
I mean, so comfortable to
Yeah.
talk
This
to
was
you.
so fun.
Yeah.
Great
Thank you.
interview. Love it.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.